Hello, and welcome back to this a great start, CJ. Maybe you want to push the moment when you start the video a bit further, but no, this is what I have been greeted with, because the game got an update. You might remember that last time I spoke about the upcoming update with Endless Expeditions. Well, apparently I didn't read the date when this will come, because it is here. Also, I don't care. Take my data, rub it on your skin, put it in your mouth. The same for me. Alright, last time. Ooh, I can immediately see, by the way, a little fix. The F button is now correctly sized. Last time, we breached the inner zone. And then, we breached it again. And today, you will not believe it. We might go there. Again. But in a different path. Now, if you would be a new feature, where would you be? Where would the Endless Expedition be? This thing's like an empire, you know? A plant that lives on another plant. These things are just attaching themselves. Speaking about the bunnies? Maybe. My character is having a seizure. Okay, my character was just a bit jittery. That's kind of weird. I had a divine... Oh yeah, never mind. I understand why I haven't this divine intervention, because obvious reasons. Now, is the new feature in here? Fish. It doesn't seem to be. We still have the original problem that we had once, and we'll still have for quite some time, which is the extreme lack of Olympium. Now, is the new feature in here somewhere? No. Is the new feature even in the story mode? That is a completely different question, by the way. I'm going to do this for a moment. Well, that's new. That's either new or it's because the obvious. Beginner run or an expedition. Okay, it seems that an expedition is something I have to deliberately choose. I really hope expeditions are not something that is like in the early beginnings explained to you and you are just expected to know. Because let me tell you, we do not have that. Oh, that is new, by the way, isn't it? Oh. No. Not scanned. Well, I can tell you I have scanned it. I have even plotted the route. So that might be a bit funky now that we... Oh, look at this. It's now on 1 and 2. Okay, I see the UI improvements, and it is now not so cluttered anymore. I like that. Very much, even. Have I found the new feature? You get a new message every single time. Here in the zone, you can be a new person. What you've done before doesn't matter when the world is falling apart. Ada was so desperate to hire, they wouldn't be picky. How else would I have ended up here? Neat. I think we are set though. We have all the stuff. We have our repair stuff. We have our get more stuff from stuff. And we have... I think the opacity has changed. And we have our storage stuff. Yeah, I think we're set. We have pretty much everything set up last time. And that is a translation for me to go. Will we find out how expeditions work? Maybe. I don't know. We will figure it out. Maybe. Maybe I'm reading the Steam article. Like, obviously they done a Steam article when they published that stuff. So, this is where we want to go. This is where we can go. That is actually insane. Like, expedition for me, I would love, could also mean I can go here, 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 here. Like, okay, maybe I'm only allowed each junction once per trip, but where's the difference? Is that new? Berry and leaking? I never clicked on them, but... yeah, whatever. The record player. Cool. Have we not clicked on them? I cannot imagine that I have not clicked on stuff. Meeting minutes, September 16, 1949. Agenda, celebration of the founding of SRR. What our future will look like, addressed by Dr. Aphelion Turner. Ooh, Oppie. Open ideation session with consultation from Dr. Aphelion Turner on experimental setups. Arising concerns. Proper safety procedure handling and protecting the limb experimentations, action items. Society agreed to regular monthly meetings on Friday evenings. Dr. Reginald Stanley Robinson to take notes and format future minutes. ABO and matters arising. Tea cake tasting, sorry. Courtesy of visiting Professor Sir Anthony Gold? Everest. That is one of the less interesting ones, let's call it like that. I think I had a full plan last time. Oh. You see, I like the improvement in the visuals, because this, for example, is a dead end. You cannot go there, but obviously you can drive through it. And here, you can exit. Yeah, I really like that. I really do. So I think we are going this. That's the wall. Yeah, we're skipping this one, this, and this. Alright. So we're taking a little jump into the swamp. Getting some more egg. A little bit of everything. Even. By the way, new games have been announced, and there have been some updates for other games. Let's call it like that. Oopsie. The Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2, I think that's the full official title, was a couple of days ago. And we're looking good. They announced Silksong, like, in the footnotes. That's kinda insane, actually. A game that has been so highly anticipated by the community has been reduced to a footnote. Kinda criminal, not gonna lie. I wonder if this is a deliberate thing by Nintendo, because they think it is not that worth, or this is a decision by Team Cherry. I don't know. On the other hand, they remade Kirby Air Riders. That might be funny. I played that way back then with my friends. Also, new Donkey Kong has pants, which is bad because where's my Donkey Kong long dong? I'm feeling stolen. Yeah. That's not something that needed to be changed. So I'm mad. And some Pokemon stuff, but nobody cares about that. That's wrong. I think people care about this, but I didn't care about it. That is full. You are garbage. May I have a loot box? Oof. That is a loot box. Holy shit. We had Donkey Kong. We had... What else did we have? I made a little listy. We got Silksong. Oh, we got Duskbloods, which is Dark Souls / Elden Ring / whatever. Some FromSoft game. Don't really care. I don't like Souls games in general, so that is lost on me. And Mario Kart goes international because Nintendo be like, yeah, it worked with Zelda when we made Zelda open world. How about we're doing the same, but with Mario Kart? And I'm gonna be honest, it sounds... Oh! It sounds intriguing. And this is also intriguing. What the fuck? Since it was first held off with a magnificent magnetic hammer. Held aloft the magnificent... sorry? The power of the plasma that takes the upgraded Scrapper almost feral. Feels like your fury has pulled right into your backpack. Scrap you have never scrapped before. Alright, never mind. Great update. I maybe should have read the logs. Because this is kind of a big deal. Which translates to I'm needing a bit less Sakumat. But I like to suck, so... What? Good thing and bad thing. Hey, and now the tiers are written on that as well. I find it absolutely insane that they can manipulate my car while the engine is off. I wonder if you could... Nah, it's probably too much to ask. If you could exploit them to make your car move in the direction you want it and basically move it for free this way. Would that be an incredible dumb way of moving from A to B? Hell yeah, it would be. But have you considered that it would also be very funny? Wait a moment, I just realized something. Very good. Yeah, we got Silksong, by the way. Soon, whenever the Switch 2 comes. It's gonna be my new adapter on my PC. And I'm having an absolute brain lag right now. I'm also having way too much things open in the background. Monster Hunter got an update today. We're having the 1. Is it the 1.1 update? I'm not sure if it's called the 1.1 update, but we're having the first title update for the game. Which adds some very nice things, including the... how a friend of mine have called it the femboy fox, which he meant Mitsutsune. Kinda weird, not gonna lie. But you know, I'm not calling it femboy fox for no other reason than that. We have Arch-Tempered Raidao, also interesting. Because I would say Monster Hunter Wilds right now is, for better or worse, a bit too easy when you are not a newcomer to the game. Like, I've only played Worlds, true, but I am not new to the game. So I know the basics, and since I am playing the Charge Blade, I am highly up to date in terms of complex weapons and inputs. Although I have to say, the Hunting Horn is now back to complexity after it got decomplexified in Monster Hunter. After it got decomplexified by Monster Hunter Rise. And I have to say, we're back to playing the funny Guitar Hero game. Also, the Insect Glaive is now way more up in terms of complexity, which I highly welcome, by the way. I am a big fan of complex weapons because I love the skill ceiling of these things. You can either completely obliterate everything, because as a Charge Blade player, I have to say, I have a tool against everything that isn't Rathalos. Like, that's one exception. Things that are permanently in the air are still killable, obviously, but they are a nuisance, and it is annoying. I prefer bow in that regard. But against everything else, no matter if it's tanky, fast, nimble, hitting hard, I have defense and offense in perfect synergy. Where was I about to go? Oh yeah. So I can effectively have something against every monster. But the moment I do something wrong is extremely punished most of the time. And I really like that about the Charge Blade. You can have a tool against everything, but you better don't fuck it up. And I love this. So Insect Glaive is... I'm currently learning it in Wilds to perfect it. And lately I have been playing a bit of the Hammer, just so I know the difference, because Hammer will have a relatively high rework in the new version. And I wanted to see what exactly is different. I have played the Hammer now for a bit. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, not even close. In fact, I find it kind of weak, so this is probably the reason why it will get a buff. Although big funny numbers sure are present if you hit. The offset attacks, however, are completely weird in that regard. Because if I see the offset attacks of like of the glaive, the insect glaive, the entire way down it's an offset attack. And then you have the hammer, where you have like one offset attack after triple hitting the ground and one after spinning around like a Beyblade for a moment, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. I just can't really see the hammer being reasonable when you have the insect glaive or the gun lance or anything else, basically. I mean, yeah, you are fast, but it's not fast. You are mobile. Let's call it like that. That is definitely a reason. Is it a good reason? No. No, not really. So I do understand the reason why they are going to redo this. Anchor obfuscation. Yeah. Do I have the little pew pew device to see them? Maybe. Normally I forget I have this. But I think I packed it in. We have Friday today. Shocking, I know. And today I have finally finished the registration of my new car. Which is very fitting that we're playing a car-based game here today as well. But yeah, that took quite a long time, and it was absolutely unnecessary that it took that long. All of that just because the public authorities of my seller fucked up. Thanks, guys. They have removed a little sticker from one of the documents that isn't necessary when you're doing it, well, physically, in where I've done it in my local authorities, but it is needed when you want to do it manually online or automatically online. If you want to process this yourself online, you need this code, and they removed it. Nobody knows why, and they won't have statement to it. So I had to go there physically, and they have about 2 weeks of pre-reservation time. That was fun, definitely. But it's everything is done now. The car is finally where it belongs and is doing its funny business. Okay, this is drive rating C in water. I see. We are really fucking slow in the water. Very cool, boys. Very cool. And can you remember that I said I never had a leaking battery or something like that? Yeah, the game probably justified this immediately. Shut up. This fucking thing over there is messing around with the car. Please stop. Hello. Yeah, the car probably doesn't like that, but the car has no choice. And I will just fix it up later. That was the car. Yeah, the engine itself, amazing. Yeah, I just remembered how much things always break when I go through water. And then I remember that I don't care about it. I wonder if they have changed something in this update, which may or may not is now bad in that regard for me. I would like you to stop. I'm pressing F right now. I'm kicking. You can't really see that. But I am kicking right now. And it isn't really doing anything. Other than the dickheads, which name I have forgotten already. Actually... Are they stealing from me? No, I don't think they steal from me, right? Is this because I saw a car symbol on the bottom? It will rip items right out of you while you're casting light in the sold. I am not 100% sure, but I don't have the items on me. And they are in here. And I saw a little car icon pop up. I think it is automatically depositing them in the trunk when I'm close to the car. Which, I'm not gonna lie, is pretty cool. Okay, boys, you can stop now. Ah yeah, by the way, what happened to the car? It is oxidized, yeah, because I drove through water, and this one is leaking because I drove through water, and this one is cool. Electrician, also, oh, ceiling and ceiling. Gotcha. And maybe don't drive through water. I know, crazy idea. Yeah, you are electrician. Perfect. And you are... Hello? No? The other one. Hello? Very good. Perfect. Neato. Oh yeah, I really like that. Although going around and sucking everything up after making an absolute mess out of the place had a little bit of extra charm. However, it was this kind of charm that I am not going to miss. So thank you for this update. Very welcome. You go back in here. Do they have more durability as well? Was it 2,500? Well, that's something I definitely cannot remember. Let's just say it was. Because having those extra functions and having a durability buff, that's maybe a bit much for an update. Although, you know, coming from Destiny, I know how it is that if the community is... If the community is saying enough, or both of them even, and are quangling all the time, at some point the developer will cave in and just buff all the things. So I'm not really up to date in terms of community in this game, obviously. Hello? Alright, that was weird. Ah, this, okay. That's why my things are jumping around. Hello? Thank you. I'm just going to ignore this with my car right now. Until we are out of distance. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate that both our headlights blew out. Like, not blew out, they are worn out now. So, the unfixable status. Right after we are entering the second zone. I was expecting this, I'm gonna be honest. At some point I was expecting it because we have them for quite some time now. And I'm still kind of sad that it happened. So, whatever. Maybe we can steal some from somewhere else. Although I have never... Stabilizer. I have never seen a light in one of the cars around. However, these red bubbles, which we don't really have a use for other than having improvised loot boxes, they sometimes had car parts inside. We found a some battery placement in there once and then lost it immediately. But you know, in theory we could find some. And that is all that it matters. I think I have enough. I don't need more. Thank you. So maybe we find a headlight. And when I say maybe we find one headlight, I obviously mean both. Because I will not set one headlight in there if it is if I only have one of them. I obviously need two. unsymmetrical car. No. Not in my world. Ah, this is the noise I cannot hear. The noise I cannot hear. I cannot differentiate. Well, look at that. We found one for free. Even though we couldn't see it. We're not really in need of energy. I mean, we can stock up on energy. Just to always have... in case of no return, I guess. Oops. No. Though it is not really necessary. We're having sundown, right? Yeah, probably. How fast is the storm coming? Probably somewhere here it will fall down. Which is too far for me to wait. There is coal. We need some of that. I'm highly willing to get that. Thank you. Ah, localized radiation field. Simply phenomenal. At least the water isn't acid today. Which is far more pleasant than you can imagine. That was a quick suck. Good one. Do we have some electricity here? I do not think so, no. We got 69 coal, by the way. Nice. Neat, ladies and gentlemen. Neat. Right there. Back to the spires. Oh, by the way, you know what also got on DLC? / update? Rainworld. The funny game that doesn't like you playing the game. That looks quite cool here. Torn apart, cool. So, after this game, or maybe simultaneously, but I really wanted to play the funny driving game today, we will be doing a look back to Rainworld, ladies and gentlemen. The DLC is called The Watcher, and... Huh? Okay, never mind. It's called The Watcher. What is supposed? What is it about? I don't know. But we are playing as a blackish slug cat. That is all the information I have. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. And I will tell you, I will not play the game without my mods that have the moving camera, like the improved camera stuff and whatever. I will wait for this so it is updated, so it works in the new areas. I'm assuming there are new areas. Every slug cat, at least from the newer ones, has some kind of special place only it can go. Artificer's top of 5 pebbles, or the Rubicon of Saint, commands, outer expanse. Although this is unlocked after things are done. But you do know what I mean. Obviously you do. You're not dumb. Holy shit, that's a lot of Olympium. In which I mean, how about some more? It is so quiet in here. And lonely. I love it. I can hear my own thoughts. You know, I thought we have a lot of charges with this thing. Turns out we might not. And we should have taken a lot more of these with us. However, this is the reason why I have collected quite a amount on scrap metal on my way here. Because most likely somewhere in here we will have some magnets. And magnets make metal to magnets. That's in the name, by the way. That doesn't matter now that I think about it. Because these things cannot be... they cannot be synthesized on the fly. Because I hadn't had enough Olympium for the upgrade that I can do this. Those tools are level 2, I guess. Which I could craft with the upgraded... with the upgraded workbench in my car. Sadly, I do not have that. So... we're peasants. Big hall. Okay, you come with me. Oh, I don't have it with me. Did I really not have it with me again? Yeah. I mean the device that pings all anchors in the area. Then again, you can just look here. And we even now on the bottom have an explanation what it is. Is this for all the things? Other trailers, anchor signals, trailers, towers, repairs. Okay, that's cool. I think that wasn't here before. I love the quality of life and especially UI improvements. A good UI is a good game. Quote me. Although that doesn't need to be quoted because it is obvious. If a game is making you annoyed or uninformed in terms of UI, you will always have a bad time. I would argue. Send Olympium fragment to car. Yeah, actually. How big is the range? Not that far, actually. Yeah. It is like 5 meters around it. It's not a lot, but it is highly convenient if you just drive your car everywhere. So that gets a plus from me. I like the suck thing already. Now this, even better. That thing has only improvements for me. Big. Oh, these things. Has it chilled down? because I would really like having this thing quiet. Everything that can spawn stuff just like that. Everything that can spawn stuff randomly, like these or these, like exactly what is happening right now. Those are the things I hate the most. Because it doesn't matter how quote-unquote safe I position myself. The thing can just... Oh, actually, thank you very much. Thank you. He helped me park out. That is actually a welcome thing. I'm surprised that they helped. Obviously, they didn't want to help me, but you know what I mean. Yeah, like when you're driving, there is not really a problem. Because it is undecided where they want to spawn unless you come into proximity. But when I'm standing still, thinking I was safe, and then being greeted by a random dickhead as that is spawning right below me, then I'm always a bit sad. Like this. Absolute cinema. I was about to say, I cannot start the motor because I'm always getting jammed up. Can you remember how chill and relaxing this area was like a couple of minutes ago? Because oh boy, one fucking anvil and that changed really fucking fast. Is that something I can go to? Or is it just decoration? Ladies and gentlemen, this appears to be decoration. Let me guess, they have punctured my door. It's cracked. Yeah. It is always the same. I'm just sad. Well, I guess that is the price we have to pay for being in this zone. I'm taking this all way too casual. The zone is, or I'm thinking at least, actively trying to kill me here. What was the modifier in this zone? I forgot. And then again, I don't really want to know. It appears that our time here has come to a close. So you know what? We have quite a lot of Olympium, and I don't think I want to have even more. Because you never know what else you find. Although I would argue we have found everything yet in terms of interest, and this is interesting enough for me to justify me standing here for a moment. Because this, ladies and gentlemen, this is a magnet. Take your time. Oh, it is not progressing while I'm looking at it. Okay. Let me tell you, 80% of that unless there's an upgrade, will go into impact hammers. And I have no regrets, nor do I want to change. Period. Oh, we missed a storm. Neat. That's a can of food right here. Is it giving me information about that? No. Maybe the map would have told me what it is. Ah, yes, the explosive polar. My favorite. Even more Olympian. I really love it when they just, you know, spawn under me. Although probably they wouldn't explode if they spawn under me. Excuse me, is my... Yeah, all of these things have... Actually, no! The battery is high capacity. It's quite kind of new, actually. And this is probably a side effect of this thing now. That it can just randomly do this. How does one get in here? Okay. Yep. Alright. Yeah, there's nothing I can do on this one. This one is worn as well. Oh. This is so sad. Yeah, oops. I have made a decision that I think I want to leave now. So... let's go. Also nice that Warren is now a status, by the way. Because the battery wouldn't have been shown Warren as a status. Warren was like the bastard child in terms of statuses. Since it is not really doing something, nor can you fix it. But you could have overseen it quite easily. No, you cannot anymore. So let's put some speed into it and let's get home. Which, I mean, welcome to the story, so that's quite the opposite of home. It is perpetually stability, okay. Reach the barricade.
Give us the rundown, Francis.
What, me?
The electrical grid is your department.
But you know the plan as well as I do.
So you'd rather trust me than have to speak up for yourself? Guess you're on your own, driver. Good luck.
Okay, fine. The regular anchors aren't enough to overcharge the arc device to the level we need. But there's an old anomaly barricade we can piggyback onto. It's archaic technology, an early attempt to stop anomalies from drifting out into the wider Olympic Peninsula. It worked for some time.
Until it didn't.
But long enough to get the old wall built.
The barricade's in bad shape, but what's a little rampant voltage leakage? Not like the ghosts and goblins of the deep zone will mind. And if they do, more the better for Francis. Huh?
Appreciate the olive branch, Avi, but boy, do you have a lot to learn about the paranormal. I'd be happy to give you a primer after all this is over.
Ugh, hard pass. I'm far too old for that.
Oh, oops.
The car will induce a current along the barricade, in the same way you did it crossing the old wall. Every connection point needs to be induced within a limited time. Electrify the entire barricade, and we'll have all the power we need.
Thank
Heard
you.
him. Floor it, driver.
Before we're doing that. Sippy. Please don't tell me those all. Yeah, please don't tell me those are explosive bunnies. Well, funny you asked. They are. So you are one, and you are off. I will not bother with this. Literally don't care. No. That's not what I wanted. You? Yes. Thank you. So you go back in here. Time for some healing. Come on. Actually, I can do this on the drive, huh? Cheers. Lovely.
You're near the barricade's operating station. Can you get in there and look around? We need something that'll give us the lay of the land.
Sure. We don't have time pressure at all. Oh, by the way, I just saw something. Why is this here? Like, where would it go? It could only go to here. Yeah, there's only... The map is comprised from here to here. No more. No other directions exist, apparently. What do you have to offer? Nothing. That's cool. Barricade map.
Perfect. I'm uploading the barricade map to your ARC device. By my calculations, if you electrify all 8 posts, you'll have all the power you need. Oppie, does that seem right?
Does it seem right to you?
I think so. Yeah, I ran the numbers a few times, and
Then get to it, driver.
Oh. Hi. That's a new button, I think. Nope. This one. Whatever. Oh, we're making a round trip. Alright. Obviously. Yeah, standing still is no longer allowed. Let's get running, boys. What was that? Are you serious? I didn't even saw the bubble buddy, by the way. That is what I call bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. No! Hey, stop it. You cannot...
Alright, it's working.
You cannot just spawn next to me and do this. Yeah, I'm in the middle of the left-right. It feels... I know the game said multiple times that it isn't that way. But it feels like the zone is actively trying to grief me right now. That wasn't the left-right, by the way. Nice barricade, bruh. Yeah, I could, but have you considered that we might be just, you know, go slow around this? For obvious reasons! Huh. I think I hit my left side anyway. The door is looking very sad. Wait a moment.
Looking good, driver.
Everything looking good, boys. The battery is really annoying me today. Are you the last checkpoint in here? Yes! Which is perfect, because I would like to exit
Making
here.
good time. Keep it up.
I might be making good time, but right now I would like to make some bank. Including, but not limited to, some explosives. Oh, have I never? I have never, yeah. Also, one moment, I got a notification on my phone. Shut up. Wow. Holy shit, are you a unfortunate little thing. Yeah. There is no way for me to get some fuel out of this. I would have to stand like the clip box of the zone that damages me is taking up the same spot that I would have needed to investigate to do something with the fuel can. But I will just keep this here. How are we doing, car? Okay, you're doing awful. Are you broken by any chance? No. But you are close to. It's cracked. That's why it's taken so much damage. Alright. How are we looking? 4 out of 8. Half time. For that, we had not a lot of trouble with our car. And now we're looking like what we're having right now. It's kind of sad that so many parts of our car are worn out at the same time. The battery is mostly... I mean, everything is just annoying. Nothing is really dangerous in that regard, because since we upgraded our tires, these problems have been quickly subsided for some reason. It is amazing how when you can drive a car, the rest isn't really interesting. As long as the tires are doing what they are supposed to do, like, I can handle the rest. Everything other than the tires are just decoration. And the engine, obviously, the thing that makes the tires move, but those weren't damaged yet. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant placement. That was a one that I just has the tank. Maybe should have... maybe should lock in the shields. Then again, we have the bubble buddies, which are arguably worse when they are not just ninja jumping onto me and I didn't saw them before. The music is swelling up, by the way, somehow. Yeah, battery, shut up. I think the battery being worn out is one of the worst things of everything we have here. The battery probably is the worst because it regularly damages and is quite hurtful to the car. I mean, the fucking the fucking door next to the battery had so much damage that it is nearly broken out. I think that answers the entire summary of how bad it is. Good thing the left-right didn't hit us, by the way. Thank you for spawning right in front of me. Really appreciate it. By the way, do I have to immediately leave now? Because I saw the exit point in the middle of the map. Yeah, it's the final one. That is particularly long before reaching a checkpoint. Thank you. Thank you for making me drive through this. Absolute morons. Alright.
We're charged. Arc device readings at 4.2 gigajoules and holding steady.
Good. Then we're all set. The arc device is ready to go. It'll hold that charge for as long as we need it.
Alright, and now we are continuing.
Pedal to the metal, driver. Storm's coming.
I cannot use that? Alright. I would have loved to have a waypoint right now, but I guess we're driving without it. Continuing left. Yep, I see it. My prediction was correct. Scripted exit with some majorly flickering storm. Yeah, whatever. Shut up. Yeah, I do have time for this. Doesn't matter. They never have spawned an anchor point near me, by the way. So this is new. The left-right is really messing with me right now. I think left-right, although not inflicting damage directly, could or can be one of the worst ones in the entire game for obvious reasons.